Yeah, I like that, obviously. So, that's the record. I hope you like it. I really like it. And yeah, save it to your Spotify playlist for me. Follow Space Run on the DJ on Spotify. Also, like Apple Music, whatever, wherever you listen to music, Fade by Space Runner, the DJ is out now. So what I need to do with this song is make a little DJ edit of it because it don't save those changes. Um, because it slows down and does that thing in the middle. It's offensive to DJ with because you yeah, it's just a little annoying. So I'm gonna make no, it's not like the hardest thing in the world to get that into your mix, but with some DJs to be like, why does it change tempo? Um, and it's harder to loop it and stuff. So yeah, and just for a quick refresher, while I get these stems set up, because like I said, the stems are on Patreon, so you can just go make your own version. I'm gonna do that now with the stems. Now that we've been listening to like the shitty unmixed version, let's listen to this. Mastered by my friend Darren at Millennium Mastering. It's just, it immediately jumps out the speakers like 100%. Yeah, and that snare smacks. You can hear. I want to get like a live sax guy to do this. Or those dudes from Star Wars. The Cantina Band, that's what they call it. And you know what? Yeah. So my Spotify profile's not looking really good. Jesus. Because I still need to access it. Alright. So this is the song that I was trying to say before. Afraid to Feel by LF System. Obviously the sample carries this song a lot, but this is certainly the inspiration by the Fade and that receiving that voice note. See what I mean? And it also has the slow down thing. I like mine a little bit more, but who am I to say? Who? That's for the people to decide. All right, just ripping in these stems. So these are the mixed stems. So sounds a lot nicer. Or it should do. Sick. Yeah, so these stems, just 4 stems, the vocal, drums, bass, everything else. And yeah, you can download it on Patreon, like I said. But let's make our own version now. Because the thing about this song is slows down like that LF System song, and that's hard to DJ. So for, you know, me, it's definitely not.
Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They stare at me while I stare at you. Why can't I keep you safe as my own? One moment I have you, the next you are gone. Rehearse steps on an empty stage. That boy's got my heart in a silver cage. Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They stare at me while I crave you. Crave you. Dripping in gold. Crave you. I walked into the room dripping in gold. Yeah, dripping in gold. I walked into the room dripping in gold. Dripping in gold. Yeah, dripping in gold. Yeah, dripping in gold. Yeah, dripping in gold. Yeah, dripping in gold. My heart broke when I saw you. My heart broke when I saw you. My heart broke when I saw you. They stare at me while I crave you. My heart broke when I saw 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 you. Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They
Space Runner coming to you live from somewhere in space and time. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. The song you just heard was my finished remix for Crave You. We've been working on stream for a while, for like a couple weeks, and yeah, I just submitted it to the Skio Music competition yesterday. It's out on SoundCloud if you want to listen to it. You see it in the background. There's a bunch of entries in this in this competition. This is mine. I made it reference the dripping in gold line because I looped that like 600 times. What else is going on? You know what else is going on? I'm gonna pull this bad boy up. What else is going on is UAD, Universal Audio, have released their PolyMax synth, which is one of the best soft synth ever, in my humble opinion. And it's free right now. I actually didn't have it before yesterday. I went and got it yesterday because I actually just didn't have it because I didn't have the UAD, the Spark subscription or something. But now you don't need one. You can just get it. So just make an account on UAD and go get it. And I'm not getting paid for this, sadly, but I'm gonna shill this synth for like the next however long. Cause this shit's unreal. So shift this over a touch. So when you pull it up, this is the first sound. That was anticlimactic. There you go. Sounds like the opening preset on a synth. So I can explain a little bit about it just by looking at it. So what do we got? Okay, so we'll separate these things out because they're separated visually effectively. Like they are, you can look at all these things separately. It just depends on what order that they're plugged in. I don't know that yet, but we will. So arpeggiator, file, that's an arpeggiator. Just play chords and then it does the notes for you. What do we got? Octave range. Cool. So that just adds another octave into the chord that you're playing with one hand. If you can see on the big stream, but I'm just playing C major, 3 notes. And then add octave range to number 3. Obviously it goes all the way up to a 3rd octave. And then this mode here is how the arpeggiator is either going up or down or in some combination of those in terms of the order of the notes that it's playing. So if you play C, E, and G at the same time, up, it's going to play C first, then E, then G. Which sounds like it's descending. Sorry, sounds like it's ascending, which it is. Now this is descending. A little bit more of like an acid trip feeling there. This is up, down, so it's ascending and descending. Why do your piano scales when you could just do that? And then this is random mode. That's fun. Sick. All right, let's look at this mod effects. Turn it on and then get the phaser going. Yeah, depending on what you're listening to, you might not even hear that. There you go. That's disgusting. Phaser sounds cool sometimes. Flanger. Basically, phaser a bit different. Chorus, this is what I'm most interested in. Oh! Woo! fuck yeah. So if you change the rate and the depth, it just kind of changes the texture of the effect that you're on. I'm going to keep it on chorus. Sounded cool. Going to take this arpeggiator off. It's already got a lot of character. Can you turn it up to 100%? No. But it sounds really wet already. So I don't know if this percentage is really... This depth percentage is that representative of how wet the sound is. She's wet. And then without it, she's dry. Now she's wet. So much phrasing right there, but I'm going to continue onwards. Over here, we got the space effects. So I'm assuming, yeah, delay, spring, and hall, right? So we got a delay that you can sync up to the BPM in the session, which is currently 120. This hall should just be like a reverb. Amount looks like the percentage. Dry, wet. Yeah, okay, that goes to 100. So dry. A little bit of a reverb there to the hall. Cool. It's supposed to be 100%. Doesn't really feel that. Can make the high. Okay, this low, that's a little confusing, but it's definitely tactile. Like it's definitely good to minimize the amount of knobs on this synth. But so the low knob is talking about how long the low frequencies reverberate. So if I turn that up heaps, it should go for really long. That sounds sick. That's fucking cool. And then the high is actually, it's not talking about the length of the reverb, it's actually talking about a frequency. So are we talking how much highs are in the reverb? So if I make it as bright as possible, make it as dark as possible. Yeah. Okay, so this one is kind of a filter, and this one is the reverb length, really. But this is a low pass filter, obviously, for the reverb. I wonder if it's the same for each mode. It's not. Okay, so they change these, of course, because that's a delay. How could it be the same thing? Right, so they've really minimized the amount of knobs on screen, which is cool. So now we're on delay. Anyway, I know the melody to One by Swedish House Mafia. Anyway, that's delay. You know what that is. Put up the feedback. It's a bit glitchy. Okay. That's glitchy on purpose, I feel. Interesting. Okay, and then we go to the spring reverb. Time. Small or long. Okay, so you only have two options for the time of the reverb. Sorry, my headphone jack is being whack. I got bars, gee. And then, so that's fully 100% reverb, apparently. Sounds pretty direct, though. Now I see what they're doing. I mean, it's cool, but I don't love the sound of that. So this brightness knob, again, is sort of the same as the hall, but they're using a different way to measure it, which is strange. It's fine. I don't know about those sounds. I like delay. I don't know about the reverb sounds unless it's on that massive setting. That was really cool. That's cool. It's synced. Let's change the time to like triplets. Can we do that? Yeah. And over here, let's start from the top. We got volume on the output section. That controls the volume. This mono button, let's see what it does. Okay, so it's doing what I thought it did, which is changing the voices that the synth has. Synths have voices. And it's changing it from poly, which is the synth's default setting. I'm assuming partly because it's called PolyMax. I'm sure that's all connected. And the mono button, instead, it doesn't make the signal mono. It makes the voices mono. So it'll only play one note at the same time. It won't let you do a chord, in other words. Which, if you turn that off, sounds like this. You know what I mean? So it depends what you're going for. If you're going for like a cool lead or a bass line, mono synths are really cool. Let's see what this legato button does. Yo, why is it not doing anything when I click it? All right. Okay. And then this unison thing. What's this sound like? I don't think this is doing anything because of the that's not on. Not, maybe mono needs to be on. Ah, there we go. Okay, mono needs to be on to do this. So that sound, if I could remember the melody to Pursuit of Happiness, the Steve Aoki remix, like, I know. Nah, nope. Whatever. It sounds like Steve Aoki era electro when you put the unison up a lot. And what this is talking about is like, instead of one note being played, are there like 1,000 versions of that note being played at all at slightly different pitches? So that's why it sounds quite harsh, right? They're all sort of clashing at 100%. But if we wind it down to say like 20%, sounds cool in the background. I like it. And then this panning thing. The panning changes where the voices are in the left-right spectrum. So you can hear that if you're listening on headphones, that like widened up heaps and it sounds a bit crazy. Huge sound, but it's a lot for now. I'll just keep it like this. I like how that with only like 25% or so is, 3.8, whatever that fucking means. Maybe that's the amount of voices. 100 voices and then 3.8 voices, I guess. I don't know. That's an odd way to do that knob, I reckon. Keep it like that for now. Legato, that works now. We're on mono. So legato means it's slowly shifting the volume of the sound up and down a little bit. So it's going, but I can't really hear it. I can't really hear it, man. So I'm gonna turn mono off. Okay. So that's sort of like the basic effects and stuff. Let's go into the envelope. So attack changes how long it starts. Attack changes how long it takes to start the note that you're playing. Wind it up, because that played instantly. This should play long. Okay, note what is going on. Oh, sorry, beg your pardon. Okay, so that's for a filter, which is above it, I'm assuming. I meant to move this one. Okay, so now the note should fade in. Cool. It's fine. Let's put it down here. What's that sound like? It's nice. So it's like got a little fade in. It's not quite so harsh as like that. Sounds a little more intentional, perhaps. And then decay changes how long the note stays loud for. So attack is when it goes up to as long. It's like how long does it take to get to the initial top volume, and that's where the attack is. And then decay is after that, comes down, and well, comes down depending on your decay setting. And it's like how long does it stay at full volume? Sustain is how loud does it stay at full volume, if that makes sense. So like adjusting, does the note hit the full attack, stay as loud as possible? That's the highest sustain. But then if you have it like this and lower the sustain, the decay will like sort of ride out for a bit. So this is full sustain. The note never goes away when I'm holding the key. If I change this to really low, it should go boom. Yeah. Go even more. So that's like a big sound. So if you do it with a bass, it sounds cool. So this sound is now like with the sustain and everything a little bit different. It's starting to vibe up. Like I'm starting to get inspired by it. Then we got a release here. So that measures after you take your finger off the key or the MIDI note stops. How long does it take for the sound to stop? You know what I mean? So if like you're making ambient music, turn that shit up. Sound something like this. So those notes kind of go so long that they play into each other. It feels very lo-fi, at least with this current synth. Yeah, so that was like a nice test. But let's talk about the filter now. And yeah, and in the amplifier, the last thing is this velocity situation. I don't know what this means. Okay, so the way they've got it set up is 100% velocity is your keyboard is like as sensitive as possible to how hard you hit it. But if you don't want that expression in it, turn it back down to 100 and it'll always be the same loudness. Sorry, turn it back down to 0% and then it'll always be the same loudness. Anyway, I like that chord progression. So why it was cool was because I was only really playing a couple of notes. That's fun. So I wasn't using my like sustain pedal, which is down here somewhere. So the sustain pedal obviously interacts with how like you don't have to hold your finger on the key. And then my foot off. Amazing. So let's go with the filter now. This poll button is saying how harsh the filter is. And right now it's set to low pass mode. So the sound should get softer as I wind this cutoff down. Sick. So now this is even kind of more lo-fi because it doesn't have any high frequencies, right? Very vibey. Let's change this to a bandpass. See how that sounds. So a bandpass is not letting any of the lows or the highs. It's like letting the mids through. And the cutoff reflects that. I mean, that's kind of a mad vibe. Yo, can you tell I've been listening to like Zelda videos and shit? So the resonance of the filter also increases just how filtery the filter is. See what I mean? You hear what I mean? Jesus! But if we make that filter down here for a bass or something, that's fire. On 68 for a 68 Hz for a bass. We haven't even changed the preset and we're already going hard. Okay, and there's a high pass which is taking out the lows. It's just the high end, so it sounds a little angrier and crankier. And then this is a notch filter, which is taking something out. So that's interesting. What we can do, I'm guessing we can push. I'm gonna leave the key where it is. I don't want to change the key of the filter, but we can look at that. This LFO here, if I turn it up, it should do something to the filter. Okay. So this LFO could be going to this guy. Okay. So this LFO meter for the filter is this LFO over here, and LFO means low frequency oscillator, and it just means it stands for low frequency oscillator, and what it does is basically controls other parts of the synth, because you can make this oscillate at a certain rate and you can have that affect other parameters of the synth. Back in the day, you would just like plug shit into shit that shouldn't be plugged into, and then you'd like have crazy sounds because it would be doing that kind of thing. But then they like started building it in with the LFO. I think that's how they make. That's why we have LFOs in every synth now. I don't know. I made that up, I think. It's like, it's all right. You can change the shape of the LFO here, so it should be a different sound. So what's that doing is making a little ramp on every, you know, every oscillation. But what we can do with the oscillator is sync it to the session BPM. So now this rate turns into like So that's on quarter notes, triplets. So that's hitting just 120 BPM, which is the tempo of the session. Let's work with that filter a little bit. This envelope is definitely going to affect the filter. Okay, so the velocity is affecting how aggressive the filter is, but I'm going to turn that down. So that's cool. Can make it 16th, see what happens. Make it really fast. That'd be cool for a bass, maybe. Maybe. Obviously this LFO thing, if we move it to 100, then it's going to be only hearing sort of what the LFO is doing and no like signal without the LFO. That was cool. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. That high sound is so freaking cool. Okay, what does the key do? I don't know. Okay, so the key is relating to the velocity and how sensitive, like if the velocity that you're hitting the key with or the MIDI note with actually affects how the filter sounds. So I really like that. Let's try a different ramp shape for the LFO. That's silly. It's a square wave. S and H. I don't know what that means. Sounds like robots talking. That shit is hard. Okay. These are our two oscillators over here. Okay, so what's actually making the sound is the oscillator. It's something that's just vibrating at a frequency, and that frequency is adjusted by the MIDI note and the pitch wheel and all sorts of things. But this is what's making the sound right now is two saw waves. So sawtooth, that's what that means. Change the okay, so this mod you can kind of this wheel, beg your pardon, you can move it around independently of those markers on it, and you can sort of pick combinations of things, which is very, very cool. So let's change both oscillators to a triangle for now. You hear that note behind the filter is softer. Make it sawtooth. It's brighter and angrier. So this is the pitch of this oscillator. So if we turn, I see. So this one's going down an octave. What if we turn this oscillator back up to 0? So it's playing the same note. Doesn't sound that different. How loud is this? Oscillator 2. It's not on at all, right? Okay, so this is the loudness of each oscillator that wasn't on. If we change it to like... That's fucking cool. Let me change the mode of the filter now. We've heard enough of the lasers, so... It's so interesting. What's this one do? FM for oscillator 2. So FM stands for frequency. FM stands for frequency modulation, and you can basically plug one of the oscillators into the other one to make one of the oscillators change the parameters of the other sound. Whoa, okay. I'm gonna record that and use that as a build. Absolutely. What else? That's basically everything. There's a couple more knobs here. There's a noise knob. And then this beneath it is saying white noise or pink noise. And forgive me if I'm wrong. What's the difference between pink noise and white noise? I believe white noise is even noise per frequency step, but then pink noise is like it's like full of notes, maybe? I don't know. I have to check that. Anyway, pink noise and white noise sound a little bit different. People say pink noise is a little bit friendlier to listen to. So it's that low in the background than if you go to white noise. It's a lot harsher and more electronic. Keep that in. What's Smog Wheel gonna do? Okay, cool. And so this is like sending it to the envelope or the LFO, this knob here. So this is pretty important, actually. I'm really glad I clicked on that. I'll turn off this noise because I kind of wanted everything to go to that LFO, but there was still that tone in the background. Okay, so I want a little bit of the tone coming through. So maybe I'll send the first oscillator to the envelope, which is here, rather than the LFO. Okay. I'm going to record that, and then we're going to just flick it to a different preset and make a different sound. All right. Okay. duplicate it. Let's freeze it. Turn it into audio. Cool. Whoa. So as you can see, it's very offbeat, this whole thing, but I don't know if that's a good thing or not. So I'm just going to try it on beat. Let's pitch this bad boy down. See how it sounds. I knew that would sound sick. Actually, like in beats mode for that. Okay. Beats mode is making this sound go crazy. Hectic. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so I'm gonna freeze and flatten that again because I want to see what beats mode is doing there. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Lower even? And can I line this up to the 4s? Probably. Hectic. Hectic. Okay, now everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? But if we kickstart this, we might have a vibe here. I like that a lot. Let's push it down again. Like, okay. Chuck a kick under that. There you go. Whoops. Crazy. Crazy. All right, that's great sound. Very interesting. duplicate this whole thing as if it's perhaps a drop of some description. Now let's go back to PolyMax. All right. Let's just spam presets now. 2 saws. Sounds like 2 saws. 10 Ancient Street. That sounds cool. That's square wave. All chairs. That's a kind of nice pad. It's very basic, but I'm not really fucking with that. Maybe it's one note, it's fine. Sure. As cool as one note. Let's use that. So I did a little pitch. I did a little pitch modulation on that guy. And I hit it the octave above I thought I was going to. Cool. All right, let's leave that there. Work on something new. PolyMax, PolyMax, PolyMax. Let's fucking hit it, dude. That's fire. Yo, I hate to say this, but my chair it's missing one of the wheels, so I fell over it a little bit just saying. I need to replace it, but it matches my armor, dude. Ah. Right, what was I doing? Making this. Whoops. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, sorry. That was fun. Did Ableton save it? Yes! Oh. Thank God. Okay, so that little button up there, this little square guy, that saves lives. Oh, you can't even see it on the stream, but it's the square button at the top of the Ableton thing and at the Ableton session, and it records MIDI even if you haven't hit record, which is just it's so good. I remember Fred again said once that was why he likes. Look, it recorded all of it. But funnily enough, this second part is like really in time. Even though I wasn't listening to a click, but I was listening to the synth oscillate, so that helped. Oh, yeah. This needs to go for it. Or start here, perhaps. Maybe. I did like this though. Put that here. See how this goes. I like it. I don't know how it's going to relate to that other sound I made. That scary bass thing, but whatever. Oof. I like how that hangs. I want to keep that maybe in a drop at some point. Let me manage that. Leave this version of that like over there somewhere because I like it pausing there. That was really fun, but not in this intro moment. Ooh! This note makes it kind of camp. Let's get rid of that. That's nice. I like this little glissando thing I did accidentally, probably. Okay. Does this sound any good together? Let's find out together live on the internet. Woo! Okay, so the scary notes don't work, but those sounds work together. So let's just delete. Let's just delete that. Come down here. Take out all the bass notes. Sorry, take out all the high notes. Command A to grab all these guys. And then what you'll want to hit down this bottom left corner in your notes in the MIDI section, you can see it on the big stream. So you can't, sorry, you can't see it on the Instagram stream, but you're not listening. Or you're not watching it. Irrespective. You might be. I love you. Irrespective. I love you. That was really nice. Let's move this down the octave again, see how that feels. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's extend it out a bit. I don't know what genre or anything this is going to be or supposed to be or whatever, but I'm just having fun playing with the PolyMax. Yeah, boy. All right. We're still at A for the presets, so we haven't gotten far. Up Demon. It's a cool drop sound. So I moved that scary synth over here with that fucked up shit I made at the start of the stream. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. So what if we just chuck that bass line so it follows it perfectly pitch-wise onto this synth? Okay, sick, but that's too low. Bit too low, maybe. I don't even know about that first sound, but I like it because it's weird. This is fun. That's panning around a lot. Let's edit this preset for a second. Let's take that cutoff down. See, that's hard. Interesting. I'm just gonna make that sound at the just that last bar of the synth, the main bass line pitching down. Yeah, cool. It's definitely feeling a bit better with that sound, like being in there at all. Yeah, I've got the bass cover. What's this sound like going back up? Let's have that go for 2 bars. Wow, wow. Cool. Let's make that sound a little crazier. The pitch of the like the second half, but change the warping mode maybe. Nah. I like that sound. Now it's down even lower than when we started, but I like that more now. Put that on a separate version of that synth, I reckon. Let's duplicate it. Get rid of all these. Come back to this guy. Open up. Let's take off. Okay, the hole's not on it at all. Must just be release. And then let me put Decapitator on that. Sig. Cool. Forgot about that sound. Let's turn it on. The sound might be better than all three of those put together. Okay, that's crazy. All right, let's go back to the start. Let's mess around with another pad for that section, I reckon. Okay, we had fun with ARP Demon, Attack Brass. Nah. Barking Island. Oh, that bass is crazy. Oh my god. Should that be the bass? That's way better. That's cool. Back to the intro. We're only at B, and I keep getting distracted. Baroque. I expect this to be classical sounding. Sort of. Whatever. Cool. Whoa. Cool, but no. Let's put this on forever noise. Forever tone. Ha! Let me go again. Close. Okay, I like that the most that I was doing at the end, the high stuff. Let's go. Ah! That's a lot of. I can actually hear this. I can actually hear this coming together, like in an actual. Those two sections sounding like part of the same song now. Start high. I'm still not happy, but the synth is good. Ah! I had something in my head. What I actually need to do is dance on that, like, F sharp. Okay, I was like finally happy with the second half of that. What did I do at the start? Whack! So, because this is a lead sound, I'm gonna put this on mono. Whoa. That forever reverb shit is cool. So one thing I didn't mention before was the glide knob. So if you're playing it in mono, you can make it glide and bend between notes, which feels really natural and cool a lot of the time. It's less electronic, it's more natural, I feel, a lot of the time. So with that on. There you go. That forever note is nuts. Let's take this filter down a bit and see if we can get a little bit less brightness. Okay, that's fine. Let's just auto filter that up over the course of this. Let me sit like an actual person. And then filter this guy up to max like that. Woo! Sick. Let's keep playing with PolyMax then. It's the sound from before. Wow, cool. I mean, nah, let's just keep flicking through the presets. Let's take off the reverb. That's on me. Put the release way down. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to have it on that like pad sound. Okay. No, I hate that. Trash. Yeah, it's just another up. Interesting. This could be interesting. No. I got some. I got some. I got some. I got some. No. We got something. Let me grab the start of that. Okay. Change that note. Yeah. Maybe G for the first one, then back up to B. Close. So I just tried to filter that down a little bit at the start, but it really didn't like that, like texturally. Oh, this sounded beautiful. No, this one just needs to be a bit earlier. Cool. And I like how it, you know, it's a 16 bar part, basically. Do that. Second half. So while I'm editing the MIDI notes, I'm trying to leave a little bit of human element in there, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to leave just a bit of stuff in there that's not quite 100% in time, but that kind of gives it more feeling, in my opinion. More like it emotionally resonates a bit better, I reckon. Wonder if we start with this G. Yeah! Sick. I'm just switching up these bass sounds to follow those chords. Cool. Cool. I'm liking it. I'm liking that build. There feels like a good amount of synths there. I reckon we could fit probably one more thing in there before it starts getting ridiculous. Then I'll try and finish off a little bit of a drop, and then I reckon that's it for us. Okay, we kick it off. That's cool. Let's make it 160 BPM. Just to see. Okay. Okay. Get it. Get it. Get it. This drop is shit. I think 160 BPM might be a little too fast for the fall to the floor, believe it or not. Oh yeah, and all those are slightly out of time. Good work. Great production from me. This sounds stupid. Puts up a lot. No. Getting rid of that sound too. And we're making a drum and bass groove. Because I really like that melody faster. Why not? Holy shit, that was loud. Fuck a duck. Let's warp these. Shorten them with beats mode. It's more like it. Cool. Snare time. I mean, there is a snare in there, but more snares. This is kind of hard. I fucking love that clap. I mean, PolyMax is still powering through with those bass synths, but yeah, all the other experimental bullshit had to go, I reckon. Okay, that's fucking sick as fuck. You know we need a drum and bass like build there. You know we do. Let's go. KJS. Yeah, baby. KJ Salka. CLA vocal. No. Crazy. Crazy. Fucking okay. That's gonna work. That's absolutely gonna work. Double it up though, so it's like a lot faster. That sounds ridiculous, but I really only want it to be like a washy build sound. So Sepalex. That's And then just like a verb out, I reckon would actually do the trick. Sick. Let's get a little bit more of that in there. Percussion loop. Oh my goodness. I love splash cymbals. They are such a funny sound, but so good. Like, can I just put this just on every beat and have it be hard as fuck? Let's find out. One, two, three, go. See? You thought that would sound like shit, but it actually wasn't that bad. I do really like the texture of that. Just leave those there for now. Get some hats going. None of these are a hat. Here we go. Make it a little bit natural with a few different samples in it. I like that. Cool. Can we get a bit of a break beat in the background, maybe? Not that. That's fucking amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Oh! I love that. I'm absolutely obsessed with that. That splash cymbal needs more help. I fucking like how distorted they are. That's really nice. Okay. Sick. Double that up, because that's feeling like a good drop now. This is fucking nice, dude. More sweeps and rises and Atmos in the background, I reckon. Oh my god. We are popping off today. We are popping the heck off today. Didn't have to censor that one. All right. Well, we need more UAD PolyMax. That's the purpose of this stream, is to just show you how powerful this free synth is. Now, I want some more like sort of like texture. Oh, well, holy shit. You can search for stuff. Oh my fucking god. We need to look at this. Okay, perfect. That's great. Searching for presets and being able to search for vibes is very, very helpful. Okay, pad. Voxy. The synth is long. Okay, yeah, that's all right. I don't really like it. Nah. So this was just what I was playing was like a sort of answer to the call and response of the melody so far. Whoa. So it's not really loving that I did thirds on the keyboard, but I really want the third in there. So let's change the pad. Okay, so once you close it, these tags and stuff go away, but you can't favorite stuff, it looks like, which is cool. And you can also make your own, please. Presets. Interpol. That sounds... Sounds like that, doesn't it? Oh my god. Okay, that's more what I was imagining. So that pad just touched up a little bit more. shit. Okay. Keep that synth in, this lead one that we did ages ago, but keep it around like here, I reckon. Surely. Duplicate that. Holy shit. Sick. Okay, so the last thing I want to do for this little demo, fucking get the fuck out of my stream, you fucking bot. Fuck. Wait, did I censor my stream? Did I censor my own chat so this doesn't happen? I'm gonna see what happens. Yeah. I need to moderate that a little bit better, but I think swearing at bots is fun. Not AI bots that you want to keep you safe when the singularity happens, but these chat bots in the Twitch chat, you can fucking suck my dick. All right. So I just want like a kind of sound to come in this section here. To connect them together. So start by putting the synth on it. It's probably going to be a C because the chords are just C and G. Fucking mind blowing. Just with sevenths. So let's search for R. Let's go pluck. That's cool. That's the exact fucking sound I was looking for. Holy shit. Okay, and then we're going to auto filter that up. Which you could do in the synth probably, but I don't give a fuck. Okay. This has turned out so good. Oh my god, when am I gonna drop all this drum and bass? Gotta get all my house music done first. Get that out this year. Maybe drum and bass next year. We'll see. Okay, let's make a new clip. Does this sound cool if I like... It could be fun to play it. All right. That was close. That was going so fucking hard, though. Let's do it. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! And they say, what do fucking DJs do? Fucking play 6 synth solos like that, you motherfuckers. Okay, let's check this out from a little bit earlier. Okay, I've got to make sure those are perfectly on time. I also want to, yeah, make sure they glide a little bit, maybe. Maybe I'll put on glide first. Oh my god, this is so exciting. This sounds really good. I'm fucking stoked. Yeah. Okay, sick. So, for future reference, everybody, that was the Nino preset that made that sound. I haven't even cooked on that. Like, I haven't even... Okay, we're going to preset. Yeah, that's the first... that's the first one we're saving. That was fucking sick. I haven't even cooked on that. So let me do like a... Let me try like a fifth above this sound as well. That's a very electro sound. It might sound good. It might sound horrible with the notes I chose. I'm not sure. All right. Note, pitch. We'll get Alt Boy out. Crank this up to 7 semitones, which is a fifth. Put the mix on probably 30%. Put the drive up a little bit for the high pitch sound, the fifth. Let's see how it goes. In context. Okay, so I've got that on like really, really low, dry, wet, but I've cranked up the drive. Let's play with the formant, see if that actually gives us any difference. Awesome. Okay, I'm also going to put Pro Q on after it. And then I'm going to make a notch up here and expand it so that high end like smacks you in the balls. Okay, this is only missing a vocal and it's a space run on drum and bass track. Okay. All right. Let's rock with this from the top. And my session look a little prettier. Oh man, I'll keep that box track. It's literally, it needs a vocal and then I'm keen to make this a song. Like this is the UAD PolyMax in less than 2 hours has definitely inspired a full song from me. I'll finish this for sure. This is fucking unruly. Okay. Let's go. 1.5 hours of messing around, really. Let's go. Woo-hoo! Yes. 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 That was fucking unreal. Okay. Oh my god. All right. Well. Whew. This song is totally a song. I'm just gonna save that. That is it for today. That is some good shout right there. I'm just gonna put this on my speakers because I've been doing this one on headphones. I'm gonna put this on speakers and vibe out, and then that's it. Yo. Okay, that was sick. That's what the UAD. That's what the UAD PolyMax synth is capable of. In around 2 hours. Easy, absolutely easy. Wonderful synth. If you can't afford Serum or don't have a good one, or you need something to just give you a few sounds that sound real nice and analog, to be fair, coming out of that soft synth. We just bossed up a whole drum and bass track just now. We even changed genre halfway through, I forgot. Amazing. Yo, thank you for coming on the journey with me. Peace, love, and light as always to you and yours. And I'll see you next time. Have an incredible rest of your day. Thank you for coming. And to my little tiny community that I can see forming, I just want to say I love you and thank you for watching so much. It's pretty incredible to see this idea growing in real life, which is absolutely bananas. So, until next time. Yeah, I like that, obviously. So, that's the record. I hope you like it. I really like it. And yeah, save it to your Spotify playlist for me. Follow Space Run on the DJ on Spotify. Also, like Apple Music.